Okay, good morning, everybody, or good evening, good afternoon, wherever it is you're catching this from, whether you're watching live with us right now, like the crew that we got, or whether you're watching the replay. This is the Time to Thrive coaching session, September the 25th, 2025, and we're ready to rock and roll. It looks like I've got a crew of ladies here today. Gary's joining us later, but is everybody ready to rock and roll, ladies? Yeah, we're all good. Okay. Welcome to the call, Mr. Inca. You're arriving perfectly on time. So I'm going to jump over to my screen and let's get going here. So today's time to thrive is a crucial one. This is the SWOT analysis. So I know that people have been here for a little bit, have done these before, but by a quick show of hands, who's done a SWOT analysis before? Drinka's done one, Gigi's got one. Yeah, okay. So these are really important quarterly exercises that we do because business doesn't stop, does it? It goes day by day by day by day. And the fact is we need to keep evolving our business forward. So SWOT is where we start. We'll go over the details of that as we get there. Plus, in today's Time to Thrive, we also have some really cool news about an evolution to how we're offering our program and some cool stuff about that that I think you guys will all be excited about. And yeah, particularly today, just a quick window into me. I've got a slightly stuffy nose, so I'm breathing a lot through my mouth, which means with my treatments that I had in the springtime, I'm really dry today. So I'm consuming a ton of water this morning. So if I have to break to get water, I do apologize, but it's just one of those things I got to do. Okay, so let's get rocking and rolling, everybody. So today's agenda, our usual thing. We're going to get nice and focused. We'll go over your checkpoints and check-ins. We'll do our roundtable and hot seat coaching. Level up lessons is all going to be about SWOT stuff today. And at the end of the call, I will show you guys this really cool evolution to how we're doing things. And you get to be the first group that takes advantage of it. So everybody on the call, first group that takes advantage of it. So very, very, very cool stuff. So let's jump into one of my favorite parts of the whole thing is sounding hilarious. So if you can unmute yourselves, please, we will all read this together. And yeah, we'll all sound silly all at the same time. So it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Okay. Everybody ready? All right, let's get going. In three, two, one. My mind is a
Mine is a
garden.
garden. My
My
thoughts are the
thoughts
My
are the
thoughts are the
seeds,
seeds,
and I can
and
grow
I
I
can
can grow
grow
flowers,
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 or
or
I
I
or
can
can
I
grow
grow
can grow
weeds.
weeds.
weeds. Perfect. Sounded delicious, as it were. So weeds, right? Break out those pens, you guys. Break out that paper. What is standing? What's in your way? What is holding you back from getting the results that you're looking for right now? You know, give this, give your mind an opportunity to go, what is it that was holding me back the last few weeks? Was it someone else's voice in your head telling you it couldn't be done? Was it, you know, other people, partners in your life, family members? Sometimes it's the people that we love the most or hold the closest that can be a detriment to the progress we want to take. What was the weed that was holding you back? Was it focus? Was it managing your actions or your energy? Was it a crappy customer that got in the way of progress, kicked you in the shins of your confidence? Weeds can show up all over the place. So, what was a weed or two? And one of the things I want to reference here quick is this, weeds are often things that we accidentally nurture and let grow over the course of time. So use that as a reference point too. Is there something that we're letting get bigger than we should let it get? And while you guys write that down, I'm doing a little attendance thing, which I didn't do before, which I'm starting to do now. because there's going to be some cool stuff for those people that are attending all of their Time to Thrives, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. By show of thumbs up, does everybody have a couple of weeds or two that are bugging them? Janine's got hers. Darren straight. Gigi's got hers. Yeah. Gigi's is sand. There's just too much sand in all of her clothes. Too much sand. Kat, how about you? You got your weed that's holding you back, that's grabbing you by the ankles.
It's the same weed I always have. Time management.
Well, but isn't that apropos, right? Like the fact is that so many of these things we keep fighting them, right? They keep showing up. They keep being the thing that keeps holding us back. And it's just a part of how we define ourselves, isn't it? Right? Like Kat and I, we do one-on-one coaching because Kat's a VIP client. And one of the things we talk about all the time is stop telling yourself that you're crazy, busy, right? She's like, I've just got so much going on. I got to do this. I got to do that. And I'm like, if we keep acting frantic about it, that's what we're going to keep getting back, aren't we? And so one of the things with weeds that I want you to really think about for a moment is this a part of, to use a term we used yesterday, Michelle, is this a part of your self-image, this weed? In other words, is it an attribute or a quality about your life that defines you? And just be objective about it, right? Just be objective. It's not a judgment, it's just a fact. Is this something that I define myself by?
Yeah.
Well, but
Because every time someone leaves me a message, they're like, I know you're really busy, Kat, but blah, 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 blah. Like literally every message that I get.
yeah,
Or I'll have people say, oh, I didn't reach out to you because you're too busy and I don't want to bother you. And I'm like, oh.
yeah. But that's such an important lesson, Kat, to learn, right? Is that on some level, being that busy helps Kat define herself, right? It's part of her self-image. And so what's important for us to often reflect on and to take action upon is, do I want that as part of my self-image? If you want it, keep it. Congratulations. If you don't want it, it's something to carve away. And it doesn't go away overnight, right? Like Janine works in the physical, like physical health space. People have the way they move muscularly, skeleton wise. You don't just fix those things, right? Their muscles are used to moving a certain way. Their skeleton has lined up a certain way because of the way they've moved or an injury or whatever's happened, right, Janine? Like it doesn't just happen overnight. You have to slowly edge the way they move, the way they operate, and things change. And it's the same way with these weeds, you guys. It's the same thing. It's a slow and steady pace to undo some of these things because we've used them to define ourselves. Does anybody else have a weed that they define themselves with? If you look back and you're like, this is something that I keep running into over and over and over again. Okay. Well, that's not a bad thing. That's good. That's good. For myself personally, one of the weeds that I routinely run into, right, is, and this is going to seem somewhat silly, but is my height, right? I'm 5'8". And at some point in my life, it was drilled into me that if you're not 6 feet tall as a man, you're not that valuable. As much as that might sound really silly, right? There's a masculinity to being bigger. There's a power there that just frankly I'm never going to have. I'm a 5'8" guy, and you know I am what I am, right? But it's hilarious because I hang out with other guys, and the fact is that there's an inferiority complex that can leak in because I'm only 5'8". It's a silly weed. I'd love to be completely rid of it, and I work on it, and it sometimes crops back up again. Just dumb stuff, right? That holds you back. That sometimes lurks in the shadows of your mind. So good to take these things and, throw them down on the table and they squiggle around and you get rid of them, right? Because it's amazing the things that can hold us back, isn't it? Just amazing. Some of the silly little things that can hold us back. And we don't need them. We don't need these things. And we don't have to be held back by them. Okay. Any questions or thoughts on that subject before we move on to the next stage here? Anybody have anything to add? Or anybody experience something like that? Where they finally got rid of a weed or a self-image weed and they were felt free. Yeah, Gigi's nodding. What was yours, Gigi?
So I think one of the things that was holding me back on doing videos
Hmm.
was that I felt like I didn't have my branding yet. And
Okay.
even maybe you know, like I knew I know what I do, right? But I didn't know how to, I didn't have the words yet
Hmm.
to to say what I do. And um so just like 2 days ago, I was sitting there because it was raining, so I couldn't go out, and I spent a lot of time. I mean, this whole trip, most of this trip has been I've been by myself,
Hmm.
so I've had a lot of time to really do a lot of deep thinking about what I'm doing, and it came to me, and then all of a sudden it just took off, and I started writing a whole bunch of stuff and a whole bunch of content. I started recording content, and so it was very exciting because
Good.
now I feel like I have a direction.
I love it. Very good. Right? So there you go. Something so simple, right? Like I haven't been able to define my unique value proposition, my UVP, my unique way of framing what I do. So someone's like, "Ooh, that's really cool." I haven't been able to define that in that one paragraph or that one sentence yet, and it
Mhm.
holds me back,
Mhm.
right? And for some people, Gigi, that wouldn't hold them back at all. They'd be like, "Whatever, I'll just use 7 sentences to tell people, and they'll keep going." For some people, it would
Yeah.
be, that they don't have the right clothes yet. Like it's hilarious what we put in our way
Mhm.
to keep us in a comfort zone, right?
Yeah. And I think that there was probably a confidence kind of held me back. Now I had the confidence, but I was like, I didn't have that branding. And then I think I overthink a lot.
Hmm.
And so that's what I can still.
Totally. Well, I'll repeat what I said to Michelle yesterday, which is something that I'm stealing directly from the great Alex Hormozy, is he said that every single one of us, every entrepreneur, every person that's building something lacks confidence. Right? We all do it. Every single one of us. And he said the fact of the matter is that in his opinion, and I have to completely agree with this, you just have to outwork your self-doubt. You have to outwork your self-doubt. Right? If you're crappy at shooting three-pointers in basketball and you want to be a really good three-point shooter, there's only one way to get better. It's called practice, right? Like this, that's just it, right? Janine wouldn't get into her industry without the education that she needs to get into her industry because the education allows her to understand that she's got the confidence to know what she's doing, so she outworks and outpaces and outstudies her self-doubt. And it's something for all of us really to remember is that as entrepreneurs, we're carving something into existence that doesn't exist yet. Right? And in some people's case, the product is there or the service is there or whatever it is. But in your case, Gigi, it's the brand. You're carving a brand into existence that doesn't exist yet. Right? Michelle's doing the same thing. Kat's doing the same thing. Right? Janine's doing the same thing. Right? Baseline Health has a whole bunch of these services. It's their brand that's being carved into existence that nobody else has. Right? It's their unique way of doing what they do. That's a taxing and creative process. And we should never be surprised that there's self-doubt that creeps in, right? Love it. Okay. So let's jump back over here. So let's get to our checkpoints and check-ins document. All right. So I'll give people a couple minutes just to grab some of these numbers if they haven't had a chance to grab them yet, to take a look at what's going on. For some of the VIP clients, you're starting to get some pretty substantial numbers on your Facebook and Instagram KPIs, I am sure. I'd love to hear from the Access Pass members to see how their KPIs are going and how your revenue goals and your revenue numbers are, right? These are all very important elements of growing your business because if we're not measuring this stuff, we can't know how to manipulate things to make sure that they grow and grow and grow. So, um, I'll give people a couple minutes just to check on these things. Anybody need, pardon me, anybody have the chance to do these ahead of time? Just real quick, asking the question. Okay. Okay. No problem. So if you want to, just write down our start date and end date. We need to grab this number ahead of time here. Start date and end date is the 7th of September through to the 20th of September. So Sunday the 7th through to Monday or Saturday the 20th are our dates. And be sure to chronicle this stuff either on these worksheets, if you're printing them off, or just on the paperwork that you're using to track these numbers. And as we get going here, and I'll start asking some questions about these. Pardon me. Does anybody have any inquiries or questions about the document itself? Okay, pretty straightforward. We've answered all that stuff. There's also the training modules, of course, in the back office for how the document works and where to go and find your Facebook KPIs, where to find your Instagram KPIs inside your back office. And now, one of the reasons that I use this document is that this is the exact document that I use. Now, I use it on a weekly basis because I track tight. But the fact is that this is the exact document that I use for my own businesses, both just about pets and time, to track all this information moving forward. So these are the big key numbers that we use to make sure we're moving in the right direction. Right? Okay. So real quick, by a show of hands, who was able to hit their revenue goals for the last couple weeks? Anybody able to hit their revenue goal for the last few weeks? Okay, I don't know where Darinka went. Oh, we lost Gigi. Oh no. Okay. How about their number of sales? So did you hit the number of sales that you wanted to hit? Right? Might not be the revenue you wanted to. You wanted to make 100 sales. You made the 100 sales, although you didn't hit the revenue kind of thing. Right? Did anyone hit the sales goal they wanted to hit? Okay. Was anybody close to hitting the sales goal? Okay. Michelle says no. Kat, how about you? Not where you wanted to get to yet. Okay. Got it.
Well, I don't think I've made any sales yet, so no.
Okay. Got it. And Janine, how about you? Were you guys close at baseline to hitting the sales you wanted to hit?
No, I'm in the thick of the weeds still. So
In the thick
we're
of the weeds?
yes.
Okay.
I'm still in weed mode.
Weed
So
mode? All right.
so I just have to get out of my own way and be consistent with some of these steps.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I was on
Well,
holidays.
we'll
We're
get into
back
that in
now.
wins
So
and challenges then and unpack that for you a little bit for sure.
yeah.
Okay. And how about Facebook KPIs? Who was able to hit their Facebook KPIs that they wanted to hit? Now, my guess is that Kat's hitting it for sure.
I got to do the training and figure this out. I wanted to do it this morning.
Okay. So
I
your
haven't had time.
KPIs are basically how much reach, how much engagement, and how many new follows did you want, right? So you want to know what
Yeah.
that number is. So how many are you looking for? So in your particular case, Kat, you're probably looking for a reach of somewhere around 35 to 40,000 Facebook reach.
Views.
If you're doing what you're doing right now, maybe 30,000 every 2 weeks.
So I'm at 56,000 right now. I just checked.
Yeah. Okay. So 56,000 in the last 28 days, right?
Hmm.
So you're almost right on pace, which is
Yeah.
great.
And I got 2 new followers, and the engagement, I think I've had about 6 messages, but they
Six.
haven't responded to my messages, right? They ask and then I respond and then it's ghosted. I think that's
Yep.
probably typical because if it's a cold market.
Yep.
Hmm.
Absolutely. And so the other thing, and remember what we talk about, guys, that's why that lead magnet, Cat, is so important because you're creating a conversation piece without them just asking about the product, right?
Right.
Makes a big
Yeah, which
difference.
I got to work on today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so these are the crucial numbers. And then engagement, we look at any type of engagement. So anytime someone has to take their thumb and engage with your post, that's engagement. So that's likes, comments, messages, all that stuff. So, Kat, your engagement's probably into multiple hundreds, I would guess, at this point, not just the 6 messages. Although the messages
I
are,
have lots of likes. I'm getting lots of likes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, excellent. um, okay, and then so that's what those KPIs are indicating, right? So, Darinka, how about yourself? Were you able to hit your revenue goals for the last 2 weeks?
Very, very close. It was better than the previous 2 weeks, so I am happy with that. And there was more sales made as well in the last 2 weeks.
Okay. So is your average value a little bit lower than you'd like it to be then?
No, it's about the same.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
in your particular business, Drinka, looking in when we're doing our SWOT analysis later, what might be an area of weakness that you might be able to improve on is how you do on your upsells. Like, do you have enough extra treats, extra chews, extra little things that you could add on, right, to those sales to make sure that average cart value goes up a little bit when they show up,
Okay.
right? So I know one of the ways that Just About Pets made a big, huge difference in its bottom line, because we do, I mean, Just About Pet sees with somewhere between 23 and 25,000 clients a year, right? So there's a lot of people coming through the door. So if we can take the average cart value up by $2 in a year, that's 50,000 in sales, right? So obviously that's not everybody spending two more dollars, but that could be a whole bunch of people spending an extra $5 or an extra $6 when they come in, and it doesn't have to be every time. It's just an average, and it's an aggregate over all of those sales. So when you get into higher numbers like you and I drink it because we're selling a smaller product, or the same thing with Michelle and Kat because they're selling, product that's not necessarily multiple thousands of dollars in value all the time. If you can find any of those little leverage points, right, it makes a big difference. Okay, cool. So now let's get into wins and challenges. So I'll give everybody just a couple minutes here. So write down what your big wins were over the last 2 weeks. Give yourself one or two awesome wins over the last few weeks. What went really, really well? What project did you finish? What are you excited about? And then what are the challenges? And just give me a quick thumbs up, you guys, once you have your challenges and your wins all written down. Michelle's got hers. Great. Thank you. Drink, are you all good to go then? You got yours? Okay, cool. Jean's got hers. Thank you, Kat. Okay, perfect. Well, let's hear about the wins first, everybody. So, Michelle, you were the first one to give me the thumbs up. Why don't we start with you, my dear? What is the big win or two from the last couple weeks?
My big win is I finally filed my LLC paperwork for my new business.
Way to go. Excellent. Very
Yeah.
exciting. Love it.
It was very scary.
Yeah.
I'm still scared.
Yep.
And that I was getting some videos posted.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And the content is rolling.
Yep.
Love it. You know, Michelle, it's supposed to be scary, right? Isn't there that saying that we should do something, once a day we should do something that scares us, right? I've been skydiving a couple of times. It's terrifying, but man, is it a good time. Standing out underneath the wing of a perfectly good airplane and somebody saying, okay, now jump. You're like, what are you talking about? And yet, it is a blast, right? So, and my wife loves scary movies. I don't get that really at all, and sharks. Yeah, she just chimed in from the back room. She loves sharks too.
I love
So,
sharks.
yeah, cat loves sharks too, hon. So getting scared is good.
I made my
Getting scared
husband
is
jump
good.
in a shark cage on our honeymoon.
Yeah. Brandy wants to go do the whole ocean, whatever her name is, or Ocean Ramsey and swim with the sharks in Hawaii. Yeah. Yeah. Janine is also nodding, hun. She gets it. Yeah. Do you know that woman can hold her breath for almost 7 minutes underwater? That's nuts. Nice. Anyway, I digress. Okay, congrats, Michelle. That's fantastic. Very excited for you. Mama Bears is going to be an absolute force to be reckoned with. I love it. Okay, Drinka, how about yourself? What are your wins from the last few weeks?
Well, the win is as I watched all your sales pipelines videos and I understood everything. My challenge is I did find on YouTube the Go High Level, a guy showing all the steps. He talks just about as fast as you do. So I need to go back with a few different devices and it's going to take me a while because I understand automation, but there's like two parts to the sales funnel, and I'm like, oh my God, will I ever get this? And I do. I keep telling myself you'll get this, but it's really confusing for me at this point in time. But I
The
want to
the
understand how
automation part or the sales pipeline part?
I'm like, I know how to get into a car, start it, and go from point A to point B. Like I know that whole process, but I don't know which one to do first, then connects to the other, if that makes sense. I believe I'm going to do the automation and then it goes. Does that make any sense? Like I don't know how these all work together at all.
Okay, so very quickly, Darinka, you always build your sales pipeline first, like the stages of your pipeline first, and then you automate how it works.
Okay, because I really see the importance of it. Like from what you explained last week, like how Brandy does so well at the restaurant because she does blah blah blah. And just by watching what you shown, like it's worth watching all your videos.
Oh, thank you.
So yeah, you're welcome. But I need to implement that because just like what Kat said last week, you're writing all these notes down and you have to follow up. And even last night or yesterday, I had to put in a stock order and I'm like, oh my God, there's one lady.
Mm.
Where did I have the conversation with her? She wanted XYZ. Spent half an hour and I could not figure out where I had written it. I found it, but had
Okay.
I had something set in place proper, with a reminder with the person's name and what she wanted, I wouldn't be screwing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of the other little chunks of advice I'll give as we move forward and ask Janine what her big wins were. Um, for us people that are not in our, 20s and used to all this technology as part of our genetic code, I would encourage you to always build your sales pipelines or always build what you want in physical form or on paper first,
Yeah.
or use sticky notes. You know what I mean? And move them around. Like build out what you want this to work like initially, right? And then recreate that inside Hourglass or inside whatever digital asset you want to build it in. The same thing. So if I'm building some sort of, even for Access Pass in the program, I wrote everything I wanted to put in and how I wanted to do it on sticky notes. And I would either use a whiteboard or a window and just start moving stuff around so that I could get a really clear visual as to what was actually going on first and then relate all the stages. It just helped me visualize what I was doing. So,
Like, I mean, I see some in Hourglass already. I see some already set up, so I don't know where those came from, who set them up. Can I
those are a
use?
part of the template that we upload and all the pieces that we upload for you inside Hourglass when you get started.
So I should be able to play with those
Oh
and
yeah.
yeah.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah. And it's not like I didn't reach out to the customer service. I did. I got someone that unfortunately I couldn't understand. And she even did a video and it's still, the light didn't go off. So I'm gonna have to
Okay.
try again. Yeah,
Okay.
that's all.
Got it. Awesome. Thanks, Rika. And I'll make note because I always want to find, I'm gonna do extra, part of what we'll talk about at the end of today is that I'm gonna do extra trainings every month
Okay.
that are not a part of Time to Thrive. They're not a part of office hours. They're just these extra little like half hour to 40-minute trainings that I'll do, and I'll do them live on obviously kind of like on a Saturday or something like that. And so getting topics like pipelines and automation are great because I'll just go in and I'll just do these trainings and they'll help people that are in the system.
Thank you.
So that's great. Okay, perfect. All right. Michelle, what were your, no, we already did Michelle's wins. What am I talking about? Let's go to Janine. There we go. Wins for the last couple of weeks there, Ms. McCann.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we got you.
Okay, perfect. Wins. So even without a lot of engagement on my part, like with posting, our numbers are still doing really well. Like our Instagram account still reaches a ton of people. The numbers are good. So I feel like we're in a good place to continue that. I just have to find my systems.
Mm.
We also have enough content built up at this point where I'm ready to just consistently post. Like we have a ton of videos done. We have tons of engagement from the practitioners that are willing to contribute. After having conversations these past couple weeks with quite a few of them, they're all eager to participate. So that makes me feel good that it's not just me like pulling teeth to get them involved. So that's really good. Challenges, I would say, is just myself. I'm kind of moving uh, in a few different directions. I'm coming off of holidays. I was also really sick. I know just like all these like little excuses, but it's just, yeah, it's definitely added up. My mindset is a little bit all over the place because I'm moving into time off, like extended time off because of maternity leave, because we're expecting a baby.
Oh,
So I'm
congratulations.
just trying to, thanks. I'm just trying to figure out what it's going to look like to create these systems with my given time frame
Mm.
before that leave so that the systems are successful when I leave and it's not just going to create all of this extra work on me when I'm trying to take time off. So I'm kind of pulled in a couple different directions right now, but
Okay, cool.
that's kind of
Well,
where I'm at.
we'll get
Challenges.
to the roundtable challenge stuff in just a bit once we get through the wins, and then
Yeah.
we'll unpack that for you, Janine, because I have some suggestions and I'm sure other people do too. So awesome.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay, Kat, how about yourself? What were some awesome wins for the last couple weeks?
Well, I have 3 new customers that came to me out of nowhere. So that's good. Well, Michelle didn't come from nowhere. She's one of them.
One was what, sorry?
But 2 people.
Oh, Michelle.
But yeah, but I had 2 other people who messaged that I never would have called or whatever. I also have two other customers that came to me through other customers. So like organically, people are starting to share, which I guess has nothing to do with this per se, but that's a win anyway. Um, yeah, and the other thing is that I filmed some videos yesterday and I was able to do two videos in like an hour and a half, so I'm getting pretty quick and better at pumping these out, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
More confidence and stuff. Yeah.
Excellent. Love it. Yeah, when you create a really good marketing environment, Kat, leads are going to come from all over the place,
Yeah,
right?
they're popping out of nowhere. Like,
Yeah, but it's not nowhere. It's because
well,
you've
okay.
created an environment, right? Like as you've heard me say, a habitat where people are engaging with your content on Instagram or they see you on Facebook and then their friend of yours uses the product, right? It's all this comprehensive thing. We can no longer, marketing is built in such a way now with social media that we can no longer isolate. They came because of that one thing,
Oh, yeah.
right? We're not going to know that anymore. We're going to know that they came because I've got a bunch of really effective marketing out there from word of mouth, from customer testimonials, from case studies, from videos, from ads, from, you know, my friend talking to them, like all these different things. And suddenly that person gets motivated to buy.
I'm attracting people at this point. Like my brand has grown enough that I'm attracting people
Yeah,
as a trusted, yeah.
there you
And
go.
it's only going to get better, I know, with the videos and everything too. So
Yeah, you said you were over 50,000, right?
56, I think this morning I checked.
Yeah, 56,000. And we've been using the system now pretty
A
consistently
week
for what, two and
and
a
a half?
half, 3 weeks,
Not
right?
even that much. I think you guys just started boosting last week.
Week before. It was week
Okay,
before.
I don't know. I can't keep track.
Mhm.
I don't even know which ones you've boosted. I'm just like, stuff's happening.
Yeah, it's I think on the September the 10th. It was either the 10th or the 11th we started our
Okay.
first boosted post. Right? So that's 15 days later, 56,000 people. And so really when you play that out over a month, it's going to be over 100,000 people that all see the videos, right? Or 100,000 views. And that's just in Fort Mac.
Oh, all these views are just here. Oh,
Just there, within
right.
15 kilometers of downtown Fort McMurray.
Oh, okay. I totally forgot about that. Yeah,
Yeah, you betcha.
that's great. Okay. Because,
Yeah. So if Janine, right, lived 3 kilometers outside of downtown Fort Mac, she would have seen your videos now multiple times, which is the whole point.
okay. That's
Right?
great.
So
Okay.
you're branding on the same person over and over again, which is where we want to get to. Okay, perfect. So now let's
Sweet.
talk challenges, everybody. So I'm going to share my screen just to remind everyone of what the process is here. So when we get to challenges, all right, the whole idea here is to take, if you can, please 30 seconds or less to state your challenge, right? Take down all the ideas that come to you as we brainstorm for you about your challenge. Everyone will have about 4 minutes to go over their challenge. And then at the end of that process, I really encourage you, pick one or two ideas if you can blend them together and make a commitment to run with that solution. It may work, it may not work. It doesn't matter. You're making progress. That's the point, right? The worst thing to do is to grab a challenge, get good ideas, and then do nothing with it, right? It's a big giant waste. So state the challenge, do it in 30 seconds or less. We may ask some clarifying questions, and then it's all about, burn and ink with that pen of yours, writing down the different ideas that come. By show of thumbs up, are we all understanding what we're doing here? Awesome sauce. I will turn on my timer. And Michelle, we will start with you. We'll go in the same circuit that we did before here with the wins. So, Miss Michelle, you ready?
No. Okay, so out of the challenges I wrote down, I need to pick one.
Yes.
Okay.
Which one by gut and instinct do you think is the one you want to solve first?
All right. Yeah, the other one I don't think it can be solved. I just gotta get it out of my head.
Oh, that's good.
Um,
That helps too.
right. I'll just tell you the two that I'm struggling with. Is one is like just me doing it, like the time to do it, and just others putting negative stuff in my head.
Mm.
So the second one, I think I just need to block it out, let it go, and just do what I think I need to do.
Okay. And just for clarity for everybody else's sake too, when you say just do the thing, what is it what is it you're referencing?
The thing is this marketing, this
Mm.
strange and different marketing program. Because I've had actually, Michael, after I talked to you, I talked with a friend last night and she's like, those videos don't sound like you. It sounds like you're selling stuff. It doesn't sound like authentic and coming from your heart. And I'm like, I mean, I can see where she's coming from, but like,
Mm. Well, that's a okay. So that has way more to do with people reading from their teleprompters, right? Than it has to do with anything else.
but she said she couldn't tell if I was reading or not, but she's saying she just doesn't think it sounds like me.
But that's why it doesn't sound like you. It's not about telling that you're reading. It's about, remember we talked about, and people have heard me say this before, when you're using a teleprompter, they're really great, but you have to be able to use them as if you're just talking directly to the camera, talking directly to a person on the other side. Otherwise,
I
we
don't
get
think it
into the
was so much that. I
same,
think it was the content.
but it's the sound of the content, right? And it's you like posing real questions. It's sharing, different types of stories, right? Now, we can always tweak the content, Michelle. It can always keep getting tweaked. But to unpack this particular problem for you, right? It's how do you want to make the content more authentically you then? Anybody have any suggestions for her?
Michelle,
Yeah,
did you feel authentic saying what you were saying? Like, how did you feel recording it and doing that from your standpoint? Did it feel good? Did it feel kind of icky? Did it feel like, what did it feel like for you?
I mean, it felt in between. Like I can see myself saying some of those things because I did tweak the script, so it does sound more like me.
Hmm.
Um, but I also feel like if I were talking to somebody myself, I would take longer, right? Like I wouldn't do everything in a minute and a half or less. And so I don't know, like it doesn't feel great, but it doesn't feel icky. It's just like
Mhm.
I'm doing it.
Drinka, you were saying something there as well?
Janine sort of covered it, but yeah,
Hmm.
I tweak it, but I mean, like I did 3 videos yesterday, but each one I did it and I did it over and over again because I'm like, yeah, how do you feel when you watch and look at it? And if it doesn't seem enjoyable or to listen to, I'll redo it. And it's like, now that's much better. I'd even got a bit of humor in it. So, because I was talking about green tripe, which is revolting,
Yeah,
but I
it
wanted to
is.
get that across. It doesn't matter how bad we think it is, dogs love it. But I'm trying to use my hands and stuff like that. Right? Try to make the video sort of engaging. And it only gets better over time. It does. Right? So that much I'll say.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm. Any thoughts, Kat? Any feedback? You've got a bunch of these under your belt now too.
I think like if you're getting one person that's giving you that feedback, that's that one person's feedback. Because, there might be other people that are watching it that think it's great, but that most people don't respond with like people will watch stuff and they're like, "Oh, that's great." And they never respond with a compliment. The only
Hmm.
time you hear feedback is when it's something negative. And when you're doing your videos, like I think as long as you do the script so it doesn't sound like a ChatGPT script. You're making it your own, like I thought the videos that I seen that you did were great, personally. I mean, as long as you're recording it as a bit of you, and it's going to take time for people to sort of catch on to what you're doing, but like mine, I was worried about mine too, being because I'm talking about sharing Lactigo every single video. And I was like, oh, people are going to get bored hearing this, which, I'm getting good responses on them though, right? So I don't know. I think you just keep doing it and tweaking it a little bit so that you're sharing from your heart, because you care about the products because they are natural and they're, or botanical and all that kind of stuff, right? So I don't know
Yeah.
how much you're tweaking the scripts from what he gave you, but like I sometimes mine are like 90% different than what the thing gave me. Like I tweak it a lot
Hmm.
to make it sound more, and like the examples that the ChatGPT gives me, I scrap all of them and I put in my own testimonials that are actually real because I feel weird saying something that it doesn't isn't real. I'm just like it's inauthentic.
Yeah.
So, you know, mhm.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, and to sort of cap this, and then we'll move on to Darinka. Michelle, people around you don't see you as this person yet. Remember, you are changing, and it's going to make people around you go, "Oh, that doesn't sound like you. That doesn't seem like you." And you can be like, "Yeah, because I wasn't in business before. I was hiding it. I'm no longer hiding it." Right? Like there you are going to change. We talked about this yesterday,
Mhm.
right? To become the version of Michelle that builds this powerful Mama Bears movement and and is able to flow a really phenomenal Arbonne business through that and the advocacy business and wrap these things together, your entire community is going to be uncomfortable with it because you're no longer the person that they made you. Right? This is the weeds thing we talked about earlier. Your self-image, we talked about this, right? The way you see yourself is one way. The way everybody sees you is one way. We got to be different. You said that yesterday to me, right? I've got to do something different to get different results.
Yeah.
Well, there's going to be plenty of people that are going to watch you, right? And go, that's not you. You've never sold anything before. You don't talk about this stuff to me, right? It's natural. And cadence, rhythm, right? Enjoying the words and playing in the script is going to make it feel more authentic. And that, you guys, is practice. Right? I was on like just real quick, I was on professional and semi-professional stages and film sets and radio booths from the age of 11 all the way to almost 30 years old. The practice that it takes to get feel really authentic inside a script, it's just that. It's just practice, you guys. Kat said it took her 90 minutes to film 2 videos. For me, I can, I look at a teleprompter and I bang out videos. I can do probably 10 of them or 12 of them an hour. But it's because I'm so practiced. I've got 20 years of practice reading cold scripts and living inside words that I've never read before. It's just practice. And it's just animation, right? So you'll get it, my dear. You'll absolutely get it. But
Thank you.
I completely agree with what Kat said too. And well, what everyone said. Don't worry about people that see it differently. If you enjoyed it, they will enjoy it.
The other thing I want to point out too is the fact that you're doing videos and being vulnerable to put out a full video on social media is a huge step out of 99% of everyone else's comfort zone,
Mhm.
which puts you in a position of, I don't want to say power, but like it puts you in a different position where some people might be uncomfortable with it because they could never do
Yeah.
that. Does
They're
that make
insecure.
sense? But
Yeah.
other people will be like, wow, she's making videos. Good for her. They might not reach out and say it, but they're definitely thinking it like, wow, that's amazing in their mind. And I bet there's a lot more of those that are saying, wow, that's really awesome. She's doing videos, whether they're watching them in full or not.
Great point, Kat. Love it. Thank you for that.
Thanks,
That's
Kat.
that's for all of us, each and every one of us, right? Me included. Thank you, Kat. That's important.
Takes a lot of courage
Yeah.
to do what we're doing.
And you said something, we'll get to drink in just one sec. You said something when you were referencing it too, Michelle. You said you feel like you're talking too fast or you feel like you're going really fast. So slow down. There's no reason it has to be under 90 seconds. Don't worry about it. If it's 2 minutes, it's 2 minutes. If it's 5 minutes, it's 5 minutes. We don't care. If it's good, we're going to watch.
Okay.
Now, Instagram gets its knickers in a twist if it's longer than 90 seconds or 2 minutes, but whatever. It goes up as a post instead of a reel. Who cares?
From a different perspective too, like on the other end where I've gotten a lot of hate on some of my videos, just from experience, I've had a few go pretty viral, and I do things kind of out of the norm, being a chiropractor and then treating babies and children. So people
Yeah.
kind of hate that sometimes. So it's pretty like out there for some people, but I've gotten tons of actual like hate comments and just, calling me names. And, it's been really, really, there's a really ugly side to the internet. And with those ones, honestly, I got to the point where I'm like, I'm going to block you because this isn't constructive and this isn't helpful for me. And it's not good for my mental health either. Like here I am, this genuine person showing up to try and help these families that are really struggling. So I'm like, I won't tolerate that. So I just kind of block them. And sometimes our friends and our family also doesn't need to see like the professional side of us. And sometimes it's not actually helpful when they follow you or contribute because they're like almost too close to you. So, but yeah, I've gotten tons of really, really negative comments, and like it hurts, but at the same time, it's like I still want to show up and I still want to do this. And it's like I have to move on. Otherwise, I'm not going to get anywhere. So just from another perspective. But it
Love
sucks.
it.
Yeah,
Thanks,
thanks for
Judy.
sharing that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry it's happening, but
Yeah, it's okay,
like you
but
said, it's the internet, right?
just part of it.
Okay, so Michelle, that feels better. You got
Yeah.
some feedback on that?
Yep.
Love
Thank
it.
you.
You're welcome. Okay, Drinka, what's a challenge?
I sort of threw that in with my win. So you covered that. I'm good. You can go on to the next person. I will figure out the sales channels.
Yeah, you guys, whenever you're building out a system, right? Whether it's a standard operating procedure for the back end of your business, whether it's a marketing system or a flow of something, anything like that, I love to get it out onto sticky notes or on a big huge pad of paper or something like that. For me personally, I have to visualize it. Right? I've tried some of these things like Miro and even what do they does anybody know what they call those little apps or the cloud-based software that's like you squirrel away stuff inside it and you click on this and it opens up a whole other like little boards and things like that. Anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about, but I just find some of that stuff just really confusing and it just gets all nested together and I can't find my way through it. So for me, um, I'm a very visual person. Welcome back, Gigi. So I have sticky notes, right? And I will use sticky notes and I'll put them on my whiteboard. I'll put them on my window and no, I want that there. And then I want this here. And then I want this to happen after that, right? Just to lay out the system visually. I find that helps me. I don't know whether to help you, Darinka, but if you're going to build out a sales pipeline, I would build it in physical space first to
And
know what
this
you
and
want to
this
call things and how it's going to work.
and this works for, I guess maybe where I'm also a little bit confused. It would just the Facebook or Instagram post would trigger it, or
No, they won't trigger your sales pipeline. I mean,
see,
they
and
could if they become a lead.
see, maybe that's where I'm confused. I'm trying to figure out like where are these people coming from to fall into,
Great question. Okay.
right?
So, if let's say, for example, they download that free 1 pound that you gave away. They download the coupon for that free 1 pound you gave away a while back.
I get an email saying I've got a new lead wanting this.
There you go. So that same automation could also trigger them into step one of your sales pipeline. It's just in the automation. So you would say, add them to this stage, and then it would add them to that stage in the sales pipeline inside Hourglass.
So I already have the automation. I just now connect the sales pipeline to it.
You got it.
So it's really, I have to work on that sales pipeline.
That's right. That's what I said first, right? Like build up the sales pipeline you want, then add the automations to flow a contact across it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Then you
right.
can manually move them too, right? So in time, I don't use a lot of automations for my sales pipeline. I mostly just use, I don't have thousands of customers pouring through the system right now, right? Or thousands of leads. So I mostly just manually move them across.
I saw how he did that. Yeah, on that YouTube video.
Yeah,
Just go from here to here to here.
that's right.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. Okay.
That makes sense. Thank you.
You bet. Okay, so let's go to Miss Janine. You were talking about your challenge before, so just reiterate for us.
My challenge is just being in my own way. Uh, I would say to put an umbrella title is I'm a little bit scattered, like my mind is a little bit scattered. So I'm looking to systemize some of my content and my routine around that. So I was actually just kind of curious to see what everyone else does. Like, do you schedule it in your planner? Do you schedule it during your day? Is it like an evening thing? Like, what does everyone do to push some of this content out from like a time management perspective so that it's consistent and you're not skipping? Like, I find the weeks just go by at this point, and it's like, what's everyone doing to
Yeah,
get
great
this stuff
question.
done?
Yeah, okay. Well, let's reveal what do people do?
Because the content is done. Like, there's enough content to be put out. It's not like I'm now sitting down and having to film some of this stuff. Like, I have a whole file full of content. It's just the consistency around scheduling it out and getting it out there regularly.
Cool. Does anybody have any feedback for Janine?
Help me.
Help me, yes. Don't everybody shout at once now.
Well, I can share what I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So right now, because I've been to the Fraser Valley and whatever, I pick like yesterday was the day I just allocated 2 hours, but I did all my videos. And then once I get them all edited into where I'm happy with them on the few apps that I have, then I go to Hourglass, upload them all in there. And I always have 3 days a week. I think we learned about that last week. So it's always a Monday, Thursday, Saturday for me. So I've already got the days that I want my videos to go out. And then I just let Hourglass give me options for times where people are more active. And I just pick whatever I pick, either first, second, third. I just switch them up. But I already know Monday, Thursday, Saturday are my video days, and I want to stay consistent. So, and I did 3 videos because I'm possibly going to be away again this weekend. That's all done. I don't have to worry about it. And I can, if I need it, I can use my phone, sorry, to boost them once I'm on the road.
Great, Drinka. Thank you. Love it. Anybody else have any tips for Janine? So Kat and Michelle have a secret weapon, Janine, on this. They're VIP clients, so they just film video and then hand it to my team, and the team does the posting.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, I have no idea what you guys are doing. I'm like, oh, video got put up. Cool. No clue.
Captions done, videos posted and scheduled out. Yeah. So, I mean, for the VIP clients, that all that stuff gets covered. Why? Because we don't want them to fall prey to not having a good system. Darinka is a shiny example of how to systemize yourself, right? I would just honestly, I'd pick an hour a week and schedule it, right? Whether that's on a Monday, whether it's a Tuesday, whatever it is, whenever you have that gap in your schedule, right? Oh, think of it essentially like, okay, this is a client, and don't move it.
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Schedules are built on these foundational pieces that are, what's the word I'm looking for? They're unmovable, right? They are non-negotiable. That's the word I'm looking for. And so if you make scheduling your posts through Hourglass, or if you want to do it manually on each system, if you make that a significant, like a non-negotiable hour a week, you'll get it done.
Does
And then you'll get to your
Hourglass
head of it.
does Hourglass give you like what times are the best to do it? Like rush hour times on Facebook? Does it tell you that when you're scheduling?
Hmm.
So if I use Hourglass on my personal page, no, wait, is it connected to my personal?
It doesn't
Oh,
connect to personal
oh
for
right, that's
privacy
right.
stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool. Kat, you are next.
What are we doing again? Oh, challenge.
Challenge.
Sorry. Um, but I guess mine would be um resp providing good responses to the leads that I'm getting, because I've had about a handful, like 5 or 6 now, where people are like, "What is it?" or "Help me," or whatever, and then I respond very nicely with, "Oh, I'd love to help you," and I mean, different things, but so far, every response that I've given, I've gotten nothing back. Like, I'm giving
Mhm.
people access to my testimonial group where they can go in and see all the things that it does. And then I'm asking them, how can I help you? And I give them the link if they ask for it, right? But I just don't know if I'm like, I don't want to ask personal questions on a public platform, because if I say, "Oh, well, what do you want to use it for?" Like, that's a personal question, right?
Totally.
So I don't want to do that, but I'm just trying to find a way to engage with people, like, is it fairly common, I guess, to have them ghost you after they ask you a question? They reach out, you respond, and then poof, like, okay.
Yep. Well, think of it like if you had a kiosk at the mall, right? This is the same thing. You're buying traffic,
Yeah.
right? It's a kiosk at the mall. There's gonna be lots of people that stop by and say, "Oh, this is really cool. How does it work?" Okay, great. Thanks.
And they just, oh,
Keep going,
fair enough.
right? The great
Fair.
part about what we're doing is that that person now, unlike the kiosk at the mall, you can reach out to them again.
Like, go back, like, later and just connect and be like, "Hey,
Yeah,
blah,
3, 4 days
blah,
later,
blah."
you can say, "Hey, Michelle, just wondering if you had a chance to check out those things or if you had any more
Okay.
questions."
But do you think that's good for me to send them, like, I add my link in there so they can look at the website, and then I added my testimonial group so they can see all the hundreds of things that are happening with people. Um, Maybe I could start posting like an actual testimonial on there. I could do that. I don't know.
I, Sales conversations inside Messenger should operate very similar to a sales conversation in real time with a real person.
Yeah, although so far I've only got one in Messenger. All the rest have been posted on, like, on my actual page, and you said to keep it on the page because that's how they, right?
Yeah, you respond to them on the page, but I would encourage everybody to send you a private message.
Okay. Okay. I'll also add that in there then too.
Pat, are you offering like a lead magnet or anything?
We will.
Uh,
We wrote one. I just have to edit it and send it to my head office to make sure it's compliant. I don't get in doo-doo. Um, but we wrote an ebook. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna edit it today, Michael, and I'll send it back. Like, how fast would we be able to get edit so I can send it to my compliance people?
Um, yeah, I mean, we'll be able to tackle that this weekend.
Okay. Because you said that would help a lot with the, yeah, that's part of the system. So
Yeah, I think so. To sort of answer your question, any type of sales conversation should always be question based, right? Like you want to be answering whatever problems they've got by basically saying, okay, well, what's the actual challenge that you're running into? Why would you want this product, right?
okay.
And sort of open up the conversation so you can tailor it to that. But as Michelle was alluding to, when you have a lead magnet, right? So in your particular case, we're putting together this like here's a 5-step ritual to help with better sleep, right? And curing insomnia and restless leg syndrome, that type of thing. So with that type of lead magnet, you have a reason to basically hand them something. So it's very similar to handing somebody a sample in a store or a brochure on the product in the store, right?
Mhm.
Or handing them the packaged product in the store. You put it in their hands, right? If you can get a prospect to literally pick something up, they're about 800% more likely to buy it,
Mhm.
right? So the fact is you want to be handing them something, which is what the lead magnet is all about. It's all about an exchange and a reason to open up conversation. Now, here's the truth for each and every one of us. There will be days like you need to go through hundreds of these conversations to master your scripting. Hundreds of them. It's the only way to know rhythmically what's always going to work. Because it's related to your product, it's related to your offer, it's related to the exact challenges that what you do solves. So you're not going to be able to just come up with all the answers right away. You're going to need to go through lots of these conversations to really master them, so that your return on, so that your closing ratio on sales from these conversations gets nice and high. It just takes
Mhm.
practice,
Yeah.
right? So, but if you have the lead magnet cat, it's a great way to get them into direct messenger conversation rather than chatting with them on your post, which is what you want, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
So
I'd
we
love
want
to
to get
help
that lead.
you, right?
Mhm.
Send me a quick private message and I'll go further into the product or something like that.
Okay. I'll respond back to all of them and try to do that. Um,
Yeah. Once you get them into private message, then it's a far easier sort of environment to operate in.
It's an exposure game too, right? Like you're not going to have all of these people say yes. Like
right away. Yeah.
I've had hundreds of people over the years watch my stories, consistently show up. Like I can see that they're paying attention. They might even comment, but they're not ready. And I feel like once you share that one little piece of the puzzle for them, then they say yes. But
Mm.
it's a numbers game, right? Like constant exposure but people are watching. So
That makes
they're
sense. I mean, it's the same thing with growing my business organically. Like I have friends who've been watching me share this stuff for a year and they're finally coming around.
Yep.
So
Yep.
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Great point though, Janine, right? We
Yeah,
just gotta
that's
stay in
true.
front of people long enough, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Everybody got good value out of that process there? Yeah, yeah. Okay, so let's dive into SWOT analysis. So if you have had a chance to print off the document, excellent. If not, take a piece of paper and put a big X, not an X, a plus sign in the center, cross it off. You want 4 quadrants: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. Right? So just take a piece of paper if you haven't had this printed off and just divide it into 4 sections. Top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right. And this is one of those don't overthink it processes. You just want your creative juices to flow. You want the pen to keep moving. Don't second guess yourself. Just let the ideas come to you. Okay? So, SWOT analysis is what we use to help strategically plan out the next quarter of our business and beyond. So these are things that we use to lean into, which is strengths. We use as great ways to grow, sort of opportunities. We use as ways to shore up leaky parts of our business, aka weaknesses, and to prepare ourselves or brace ourselves for any potential threats, right? You want your business to grow, don't you? Everybody wants more business? Yeah. You want your business to be more stable, more profitable? Yes, yes. So it is in these moments where you can identify how to make that happen. Okay. The signposts along the road to get there. So strengths and weaknesses. By examining both your company's strengths and weaknesses, we can identify areas of marketing power and potential risk. These are internal elements. All right. So we're going to give you a few minutes to think about this. So strengths could be product. We have a really awesome product. It does XYZ. Strength could be marketing material. Strength could be the team members that you've got, right? So if we were using Kat's dog business, right? Lots of really awesome people that work for her that do their thing and she loves them, right? It's really, really good. Strengths could be the power of your brand. In Janine's case, it could be the vast knowledge that her experts and the professionals have that are there, right? These are all strengths. Weaknesses could be, um, you know, not to pick on Cat for a moment, but time management and chaos, right? This is a weakness. It could
Yep.
be, as Drink was talking about, like I don't have my customer request forms and all this sort of systemized and figured out. In Gigi's case, she's working on this, but it could be like I don't know how to frame what I do as a business. I need my brand, my slogan, my way of communicating organized better, right? So those are all different types of weaknesses. Remember, strengths and weaknesses are all about you and your team and your product and your company. We'll get into the stuff that's going on outside of those in opportunities and threats. Does anybody have any questions about the strengths and weaknesses category at all before I unleash you on some brainstorming here? Okay, good. So I'm going to give you guys a few minutes. You want 5 to 10 bullet pointed strengths, 5 to 10 bullet pointed weaknesses. Don't prioritize them yet. We'll talk about that later. Don't judge them. Just write and brainstorm. Everybody good?
We're just doing the top two right now?
Just do the top two. We'll talk about the other two afterwards. So I'm going to give you a few minutes to do the top two, and then we'll get to the bottom two, yeah? And I just need to go fill up my water, so I shall be right back. And once you've got a good list of strengths and a good list of weaknesses, just put done in the chat bot or in the chat bot in the chat box, blah, 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 so that I know that that part's done for you. Remember, strengths and weaknesses are internal, things inside your business. Think about things like loyal customer base too. That's a really big strength for a lot of businesses, right? They've got this really core group of clients that are super loyal to their company. Or maybe you don't have that yet and you want that. Okay, Janine's got her strengths and weaknesses. Perfect. Thank you. Kat's got hers. Awesome. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you, Gigi. And just another 45 seconds or so. Struggling with strengths. Well, Michelle, I'd like just trust yourself, trust your instincts. What do you got there? There's got to be some good stuff. Okay, good. So now let's talk about opportunities and threats. All right, opportunities and threats. Especially with today and how AI is affecting things, you guys, our marketplace has changed dramatically, right? Um, it's something that is constantly shifting and evolving, right? Janine can especially talk to us, I'm sure, about the health industry as people are chat GPTing all sorts of stuff that happens to them, right? And the fact is that these things change. So opportunities are what might be able to help your business grow. What are things that are happening in your marketplace or happening in your industry or happening with your product portfolio that's coming in the future or happening right now that you could lean into? Right? Are there new marketplaces that you could open up? In other words, new people you could reach out to, right? In Kat's case, they're coming with some animal products eventually for Lactigo. So that's another opportunity that's on the horizon for her that she wants to keep somewhere in the back of her brain, right? So these are, do you want to evolve your business a certain direction? Does Gigi want to evolve her product line to or service offering to encompass a specific type of person? Right? So opportunities are things that are outside your business at the moment that you could get excited about or lean into or go after. For example, at Just About Pets, I started talking to a massage therapist for dogs and cats, right? Could she come in and start doing some work at our store once a week or every 2 weeks or something? So, what are some of the opportunities that are in existence around in the warm zone around your business right now that you think you could lean into or you could pull into your company? And subsequently, what are the threats? Right? Is competition a threat? Is your some people in your social life a threat, or in your family life a threat? Are there other elements to your industry that are changing and reshaping things, and they're starting to threaten your livelihood? Right? What are some of the other threats that could be coming into play? And these could be software, they could be other products, they could be other companies, they could be not having enough team members and stuff like that. These are things that are currently outside your business that could be threatening its viability. Does this make sense, everybody? Okay. So I'm going to give you a few minutes then to rip down some opportunities and some threats. And then once we're done, I'll tell you how we're going to use this in a couple weeks' time. So opportunities and threats, everyone. Go ahead and start furiously writing down ideas that come to you. And just to illustrate how important this process is, there was a threat that I identified several years ago. I would say about 2 years ago for just about pets. I didn't act on it, and now it's cost us well over $100,000 a year. And that was raw food sold by ecom. I just didn't think it was going to happen as fast as it did. And it did. All right, so these are important thought processes, important brainstorms to have. And just once you've got your list, just put done in the chat bot, or I keep saying that, done in the chat box. It's an X, Michael, not a T. Awesome. Thank you, Janine. Perfect, perfect. Great, Kat. Thank you, Gigi. Good. That's good. And this is a process too that if like something comes to you later on today, yeah, you know, write it down. Like stuff is gonna, now that your brain and your subconscious is thinking about this, you're gonna come up with other ideas naturally. So grab those and write them down. Okay, good. So now the concept here, everybody, is keep this list. Okay, keep it handy, keep it somewhere. Important because two things. One, as I said, you're going to keep adding to it. But what I want to encourage you to do is pick some priorities from each of those lists that you want to focus on for the next quarter. Right? As of October the 1st, we're entering the final quarter, Q4 of the year. And we're going to use your SWOT analysis to help develop your Q4 goals and objectives at our next Time to Thrive session. Okay? So our next Time to Thrive, the education portion is about goal setting, goal planning. How do I want to get this done? What dates do I want to get it done by? What do I need to get done by? And we're going to use your SWOT as inspiration for how we set those goals. Does that make sense? Right? So that we've got a brainstorming on what we need to fix. Now this is how we're going to fix it. This is what we're going to get to. This is what we're excited about. And now we're going to put in all of those objectives next in 2 weeks from now to make sure that's all organized and set up. Okie dokie. Gary and I have a one-on-one coaching after this, so I'm letting him into the room so he can say hello to all of you. Mr. Gary Glass. Hello, buddy. We're just wrapping things up here, my friend.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Okay, so just real quick, everybody. This is Time to Thrive, sort of wrapping up. I'm going to show you my exciting thing in just a second here. But I want to ask, or I just want to make sure that everybody, by show of thumbs up, you got good value out of Time to Thrive today. Lots of good stuff in there. Okay, awesome sauce. And let's hear from you guys. What was an aha moment or a bit of a eureka moment that came out of today? I'd love to hear from you guys. So what was it that popped out of Time to Thrive for yourselves today? What did we find? And just go ahead. Whoever wants to start, just open up that mic and let us know. What popped out of today? Was it something in the brainstorming sessions? Was it something in your SWOT analysis that we just wrapped up doing?
Michael, I was just going to say that for me, you talked about master your scripting,
Mm.
that it feels like it's so much easier now that I feel like I have the branding that I wanted, that intrigues me, that feels like it encompasses everything that that now it's like mastering the scripting
Yeah. Yeah,
for it.
love it.
So I appreciate that.
Love it. Love it. Awesome. Thanks, Gigi.
Yeah. To piggyback on what Gigi just said is just keep doing the videos, keep practicing, and it'll become more authentic.
Yeah. Michelle, you got to trust yourself, my love. I said that to you yesterday. You're way better on camera than 90% of a lot of the people that are out there, right? It's just your audience is brand new, and a lot of people that have been watching you, they're going to say, "Who is this woman? I don't know this version of Michelle." And you're like, "Yeah, it's because I'm the woman that's in business, and I'm going to make some money."
Yeah, thank you.
And it will feel, the term that I use all the time is it's going to feel on some level initially like you're wearing your dad's clothes, right? Like sometimes, you know what I mean? Like you put on, as a guy, you put on your dad's suit and it doesn't fit right. Just looks bizarre. Sometimes it feels that way when you first start doing this stuff. And then it gets better and better and better all the time. Great. Thanks, Michelle. Okay, who else? What else was a good eureka moment for you guys?
Well, I like the SWOT exercise thing, being able to write out. You got strength spelt wrong at the top, just FYI,
Do
but
I really?
yeah. Missing a
Oh,
G. But anyway, doesn't matter.
it is missing a
But
G.
I
Wow.
like being able to write out the strengths and the weaknesses and things and like to like think about those. I think that's good.
Well, this is part of Time to Thrive's quarterly process, right? We want to keep progress moving. Therefore, we have to assess, find out what's good, what's not, and then keep going forward. Love it. Thanks, Kat. Yeah, SWATs are great. SWATs are great. You can do them too often, but quarterly is a really nice sweet spot in my business career I have found. So it's good. Anyone else have a really good aha moment today?
I liked the listing the challenges. I find when it's not listed or in front of me, it's easy to kind of push them aside and not really address them. But when I see them listed out in front of me, like the ones that I created, it just makes me feel like I want to accomplish, like check them off my list and like address them accordingly.
Love it. Yeah. It's so much easier once we get stuff out of our heads, isn't it?
Mhm.
Right? Like this is why I recommend it to Darinka. If you're going to build a system inside your company in whatever capacity, I like to visualize. So get it out on sticky notes, get it up on the wall or the window or a whiteboard or whatever. Get it out of my head, out there so I can take a look at what's really going on. Love it. Okay. And Darinka, how about yourself, my dear? Anything to add as we wrap up our Time to Thrive call? I don't know. Did we lose Darinka? She's here. She's muted. Okay. She might be busy. All right. So, what I wanted to quickly tell you guys about was our cool new opportunity. We're starting October the 1st. Is I want to give you your money back. So, I'm doing a program called Win Your Money Back. The concept is whether you are one of my VIP customers or whether you are an Access Pass member, okay? If you do the work, I will give you that month back. This is a 1 month opportunity. It's not indefinite, okay? It's nothing wacky and wild like that. But the process is if you guys do the work, right, I'd like to give you the cash back because not only do you get the results that are awesome, but you also get to keep your that month's investment. How's that sound? Pretty good? Okay, so now there are some criteria to this, okay? So I'm going to quickly share the PDF that I will share with you guys. Now, this PDF is specifically designed to offer it to Access Pass members who are brand new, okay? Because we're going to be offering this starting in October for brand new people, right, that are just coming in. I'm about to launch my own set of lead magnets, so there'll be a whole bunch of traffic on this for us. But the whole premise here is that I want you guys to have access to it as well. So for the month of October, if you do your part, right, you get your money back. And so the premise of this is just what's included here, right? This is how Access Pass works. all this cool stuff, the coaching and everything else. As I said, this is what we're going to show people that aren't a part of the system yet. Here's how to win it. Okay, you have to attend all 4 coaching sessions. So both office hours, both Time to Thrive sessions. Okay? Post 12 value videos. Got to post the 12 value videos. So that's 3 per week while the process goes on. And these are using the action script tool, using the AI agents that I've given you to create value specific videos, right? There's a very specific cadence and rhythm to those videos. I love how Kat and Michelle are riffing inside the framework, which is necessary to make it your own. But as you guys know, there's a very specific framework that these videos follow to ensure that the audience is going to pay attention and raise their hand. I want you to share each of those videos in the Content to Cash Messenger group that we've got. So that Messenger group should go off a lot as you're sharing the URL to the videos that you're posting. Okay? Then I want you to make sure that we get the traction that you deserve. So you got to boost 6 of those videos. $5 to $10 a day for 7 days. Right? We want you to boost those vids. So I want you to get into practicing paid reach, practicing pushing that media content out there. And then to complete the process, we're looking for 3 business referrals that you think would really benefit from this program. We're offering them the same thing we're offering you guys, right? Get started. If they do these tasks in the first 30 days, we'll give them every single penny back again. So the whole premise here, right, is that I'm looking to help especially our Access Pass members get some really good traction. Right? I know my VIP clients are getting traction because we're forcing it. We're flat out forcing that process. They get one-on-one coaching from me. I don't always play gentle in those coaching sessions. So the fact is that we push the envelope with VIP clients. They're getting the reach. They're getting the results. With Access Pass members, though, I don't want you to sit on such a powerful system, right? I don't want you to sit on it. I want you to use it. And so here's my incentive for you to use it. You use it, you push, you get the results and do the work, and I'll give you your money back. I'll hand it right back to you. And here's the cool thing. It's currently $297 US. Our price has changed for the Access Pass, right? For current Access Pass members, I don't care what you're paying right now. I'll still give you the $297 back. Which means for some of you, you're doubling. For some of you, you might even be tripling that 1 month investment. So how does that sound, you guys? What do you think? Janine gives me a thumbs up. What are our
Oh, that
thoughts
sounds
on
pretty
this?
awesome, Michael.
Sorry, Gigi, I missed that.
I said that sounds really awesome.
Yeah, are you ready to defend?
Yeah, it sounds like the push I needed.
There you go. Gigi was one of the people I thought about when I was putting this together. How do I give that girl a hip check and get her going?
Uh-huh.
Right? So this is the offer that we're making. So just to go over it again, right? It's attend all the coaching sessions, the group coaching sessions, post your 12 value videos, share the videos into the Content to Cash Messenger group, boost 6 of those videos so you're getting the paid reach and the media traffic that you need, and then help us grow by referring 3 other business owners. If you don't like your experience, don't share it. I'm just going to get out there. Like if you're not happy, then don't worry about it, right? But if you're getting traction, if you're excited about what starts to happen to your accounts once you start doing this work, then my hope is that you're excited to share it and that we can move forward.
When it says first 30 days, so were you referring to Like we've already been a part of this for a couple weeks now, or
Yeah, so as I said, this document is for me to send out to brand new, like people that are looking at our offer,
yeah,
right? For you guys, Janine, this is like sparking as of October the 1st for you,
October
right? So
1st.
this
Okay.
is, yeah, so for any existing clients, just think that the month of October, this is my offer to you guys. Any other questions about it?
Michael, is that the same for the VIP people then too?
Same for the VIPs, you bet.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely same.
Oh, we can do it too? Oh, I thought it was just for them.
No.
Oh,
So this is my thing for the VIP clients, right? I will give you your October dollars back, right? And in your particular case, it's even easier because you don't have to do any of the like we do all this stuff for you.
so basically for the VIP people, do you still want us to share our videos in the thingy
Yep,
and then refer three businesses?
that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
So for VIP clients, you have the exact same criteria, just less of this criteria is actually your responsibility. Turns out I'm giving you your money back to do the work myself.
Sweet. Okay. And this is for just next month or just whatever
It's uh it's for the month of October for you guys.
October. Okay.
It's for the first month. I'm going to run it for a little while. My idea is to run it until the new year. So October,
Okay.
November, December, and see what brand new people think. Right? I've got a couple ideas as to how I want to offer it. I'm going to run it for Q4. It is a 1 month offer,
Okay.
right? Obviously, it would be very difficult to run a business if I kept giving everybody their money back all the time. So it's a 1 month offer. So anybody who starts, this is what we give them. They say you can get your first month given right back to you if you do the work, right? So that's the whole premise.
Okay.
Michael, did we message you the names of the people that we referred?
Great question. So yes, the referral process, I won't have it ready, you guys, until the end of October, like our official affiliate stuff all hooked up. Hourglass can do affiliates, which is just amazing. But I'm just probably going to take me to the end of October till I finalize all those pieces. In the meantime, that's the best thing to do, Michelle, is if you've got somebody, start like a three-way messenger conversation with me and them. That's what Philippa's been doing, and it works really well. You can start a three-way text message conversation. You could do any of those particular things that will work. There was some of those one-page documents I sent out in, I think it was in August or July about affiliate stuff, so you can use those. And for the most part, I'm going to likely get into some either a webinar format to show how this works for people, so I'm not having to do one-on-ones all the time, or get into just sort of a quick to share 15-minute sales video type of thing that shows how it works.
And so do they have to sign up or is it just that we referred them?
Just that you referred them.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. If they sign up, I pay you the affiliate fee. Right?
Okay.
So if they sign up, we have a that $100 affiliate fee on the third month. And I will continue to honor the idea of doubling that affiliate fee until the end of the year. So I was doing it till the end of September, but yeah, we'll go all the way to the end of the year for you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, so not only do you get a month free, but if somebody signs up, it's worth like $400 or 300, $200, sorry. And if all three sign up, $600. Oh boy. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions about that concept, you guys? Okay. Excellent. Well, I hope it's exciting. I hope you guys want to get your money back. And get some incredible results. The whole concept, you guys, is to help you and to help brand new people within 30 days actually get some good results. Too many, and the whole premise here behind this was I saw a problem. Access Pass members were stubbing their toes a little bit trying to get things going. And even VIP members were stubbing their toes a little bit trying to get things going. And so if I can find a way to incentivize on the front end to get moving faster, um, you're just going to get results faster. And my hope is that you want to stick around. Like that's the whole premise is that you're like, wow, this really, really works. I don't want to go anywhere. Right. So that's the idea. I would like to put my money where my mouth is, as it were. Okay. Awesome. All right. Any final thoughts, you guys, regarding that offer or anything else from Time to Thrive before we wrap it up here?
Nope.
Okay.
All
Awesome.
good. I'll
Great,
see you
guys.
later this afternoon.
Okay. See you guys later on. Thanks so
Bye.
much. Have a great day, everybody.